Hi, in this video, I'll be introducing you to the Workway Online Simulator. So first, you need to go to the workway.com website. After that, you need to sign in or log in. So to do that, just simply click the sign in or login button. So you could either sign up or sign in using your Google account, or GitHub, or email. So in this case, I'm going to use my Google account. Right. So the next thing you need to do, you could just go down to see what the Workway Online Simulator has to offer. There's so many examples you could explore. But in this case, what we want to focus on is how to use the Workway Online Simulator for simulating our Raspberry Pi Pico. So you could either open your Raspberry Pi Pico project by clicking on this, or you could come up to your username and click on my project. So in this case, I already have some projects running. So to start, you could just click on new project. And then you need to select Micro Python on Raspberry Pi Pico. So for this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to use the Micro Python on Raspberry Pi Pico on your online Workway simulator. Okay, so let's take a look at the Workway Online Simulator. First, you notice you have your editor. So by default, your main Python file is named as main.py. After that, you see your JSON file. The JSON file consists of all the components you'll be using in your simulator. For example, this particular component tells me it's the Workway Pi Pico. After that, you see the drop down arrow. So with that, you can rename your project, delete, add new files, or upload files. On the main menu, you have save a copy or download project zip. So at the end of your project, you could download your project from the online simulator. You can also share your project with your friends by clicking on the share button and taking the link for your project and sharing it with your friends. Now coming to the simulator part. So you have your start the simulation. This helps you to start your simulation after running after your design. The add a new part button enables you to add components to your project. For example, we have the LED, the push button, resistors. So there's some components you can explore from the add new part. You can also fit zoom in, zoom out, add toggle grids, or explore a full screen for your circuit designs. So for example, if I use a grid, so it changes my simulator part into a grid. Now, under your username, if you have signed in, you could view your projects. So the Workway Online Simulator enables you to save your projects so you can change, modify, or use them in the future. So for example, if I click on my projects, click OK, so it shows me all my existing projects. So what I'd like to do next is to click on New Project. Then you go to MicroPython on Raspberry Pi Pico. So for this tutorial, I'll focus mainly on MicroPython on Raspberry Pi Pico. When you open up, it shows you print hello Pi Pico. So we can save, click on save. So it has saved the new project. Then you can run. Once you run, the result is displayed on the shell, as seen in this case, hello Pi Pico. Now you can stop the simulation or you can pause, whichever one you want to do. So in this case, I'm going to stop the simulation. So this is just a brief introduction to how the Workway online simulator work. Next, I will show you how to create a simple project on your Workway simulator. Okay, now we're going to create a simple LED project. So first, we need to add our components. So I'm going to add an LED, and I'm also going to add a resistor. By clicking on your LED, you can change the color of the LED. Let's say to blue, orange, yellow, orange. In this case, I will leave it as red. You can also adjust the property of your LED from your JSON file. Just go to your JSON file. You see your LED 1. So if I change this color here to blue, you can see it automatically changes to blue. You can also adjust the value of your resistors. So in this case, it is a 1k ohms resistor. So if you look at this, it tells you the value of your resistor is 1000 ohms. That's 1k. So you can change it to 330. Notice what happens if I change this value to 330. The color coding of the resistor also changes. That is awesome. So let's connect our resistors LED to our Pico. So to do that, you just simply click on one end of your resistor. Then you can click whenever you want to make a turn, just click on that spot. Okay, so we've connected one end of our resistor to our LED. Then the other end, I want to connect it to ground. So if I take it this way, notice this is ground on your Pico. Then this other end, I'm going to connect it to pin GP15. The pin GP15 is an I/O pin on our Pico. Alright, so you can adjust your circuit connections by clicking on the purple buttons. So let's say you want to move it this way, you can just do it this way. So then you can move your circuit on your screen in whichever way. You just click on the screen and drag. Alright. Okay, that is good. So having connected our LED and resistor to our Pico, so the next thing is we want to write the program using MicroPython. So first you need to import machine. From machine, import pin. This imports the pin module. Then we also want to import the time module or library. Then what I will do quickly is to create a variable for my pin 15, and I will define it as an output pin. Next, we need to create a while loop. Then I'm going to toggle my LED. So I'll put LED dot toggle. Then a little bit of delay. So I'm going to delay it for 1 second. So let's run our code and see how our LED performs. So click on the Start the Simulation button. So you can see your LED is going on and off. So the toggle function enables changes the state of your LED. If it's on, it will change it to off. If it's off, it will change it to on. So this ends our first simple Workway project. So you can save your project, stop, and if you go to check my projects, you see it's already saved. So it's saved less than a minute ago. So you can rename this project as maybe my first LED. Okay, so that ends this video. Thank you.